Everything in my video was located on a public domain. Welcome to the Danger Zone. It's Ashley. Lots of love and many blessings your way. You guys, I've been digging around trying to find some information, anything about the Sussex Royal Foundation. Everything seems pretty vague to me. Okay, you guys, so they brought Natalie Campbell along with them, and she was from the Royal Foundation, between the brothers. Well, she ended up going with Harry and Meghan over to their foundation. And of course, they hired Sara Latham to be their communications expert. She's the one that handles all the PR and, whatever, speeches, things like that. Pretty much the same thing she did for Hillary during the campaign. It's been no secret that the Queen has really been worried about Meghan and Harry doing this venture by themselves, separately creating their own brand. So several months ago, when they were talking about the brothers parting ways, of course, she assigned some staffers overseeing what Harry and Meghan were doing, and Meghan and Harry both threw a fit. They said the staff were so excited to see him leave, they didn't want to have to deal with them anymore. They say it was a doozy of a fit. They were just giving the Queen the business over the fact that she felt like she needed to babysit their foundation. Now, here's what was shared with me. Allegedly, Sara Latham is the one that advised them to go to the Queen and request 6 office suites in Buckingham Palace in a fashion that it's almost be careful what you wish for. And that's a slick, dirty, disrespectful move, in my opinion. They have more than enough space where they're at right now. This is just so they can get in everybody's way, and they think that this is going to cause the Queen to tell them to go on and do their own thing. So most all of the staff at Buckingham Palace are dreading their return. They do not want to have to deal with them. According to a royal expert, they said this is going to be a giant disaster and could potentially ruin the monarchy. In my next video, I'm going to share some things that I think are super important, and I think folks should know the truth. I received an email right after I made the video about the Deal Barracks bombing, and I want to say thank you. You know who you are. A substantial amount of money was presented to Harry and Meghan in lieu of their Sussex Royal Foundation from Disney. I was told $3 million was presented to them by the Disney Corporation for Sussex Royal Foundation. That's a big chunk of money. And, trying to find out more details about the Sussex Royal Foundation, it just seems like it's very vague right now. The financial backers are some pretty big deals. And let me tell you something, they all have one major thing in common. And we'll talk about that in my very next video. And I found 1 or 2 things that truly disturbed me, and I can't wait to share them with you. Okay, I'm sure by now you guys have all heard about Meghan and Harry's plan to go over to Africa, Botswana, and adopt an African baby. The Queen feels like that's not a good idea right now. Harry says he wants to do it in honor of his mother, Princess Diana. She loved it over there. She loves the children. And of course, Meghan says she wants to do it because it honors her mother's African heritage. And the adoption is rumored to be taking place towards the end of this year. My gosh, I think it's a bad idea for the simple fact that she had adopted those 2 dogs and left one behind and took her favorite with her. If she'll do that to animals, can you imagine the favoritism? If Archie is a real child, I can truly imagine her treating this African child, this poor innocent baby, like part of the staff or something. I think it's a bad idea. But the member that's opposing this the loudest is Prince Philip. And we all know why. The junk that has fallen from this man's mouth. So they're saying that the Queen's trying to stop it from happening. Harry and Meghan are more determined now than they've ever been. I feel so sorry for any innocent child that gets stuck with these people. I'll see you soon. We'll talk fast. Stay safe and be blessed.